What is up, and welcome to the Beyond the Arc with Brandon Silver's 2023 SEC football preview. As always, I am your host, Brandon Silvers. If you're watching on YouTube, we're doing these a team at a time to make the videos less husky and easier to watch. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you are getting the full preview all at once because you have a pause button. Now, you should subscribe to both video and audio by checking the show notes or searching Beyond the Arc with Brandon Silvers so that you don't miss anything, such as the video-only, most entertaining weekly college football pick'em show in the history of the world, Brett's Bets. Speaking of Brett's Bets, I am joined today by the man himself, Brett Gosnell, to help me break down these SEC teams. Brett, let's get into it. The Kentucky Wildcats, 7-6 last year, 3-5 in the SEC, lost to Iowa in the Music City Bowl. Mark Stoops back for his 11th season. Will Levis and Chris Rodriguez are not. What can we expect from them this year, Brett?
All right, so Vegas has their win total at 7. That feels right. That feels kind of like their floor these days. Stoops is in his 10th year.
Was it 10? I was trying to figure out 10th or 11th.
Oh, maybe you're – did you say 11th? Sorry. Whatever. He's been there a decade or more. Just
yes.
Model of consistency, really. I mean, you got to give him credit. Starting with the offense, they were terrible last year. Will Levis sucks. Don't know why anybody thinks he's good. Don't know why you would draft him. None of that makes any sense to me at all. I'm not even going to try to understand it. Not my business anymore.
Did he raise his draft stock because he eats weird food? Like he puts mayo in his coffee and eats full bananas with the skin on. And so now people are like, oh, like, you know who Will Levis is. And so you're like, maybe he can quarterback my team. That's the only thing I can figure because he was terrible.
We've talked before about how I think the NFL wants these weirdos at quarterbacks. They want someone that just all they think about is football. And he showed that he's got the weirdo part.
Yeah, he's got that.
I don't know if the thinking about football part, I don't know, but he did demonstrate that he's weird.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Yeah, so it's the question they asked about Anthony Richardson too. It's like, if he's such a good quarterback, why didn't he quarterback good?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the physical tools, I guess, are there, whatever. But he just never played good. He never played good.
Nope. And he's gone a wasted draft pick.
So Devin Leary takes over. A little bit underwhelming last year. I was expecting him to have a very good year with NC State. I bet on him several times because I thought he was going to be great. And he was good, but nothing more. Regardless, I still think that's a significant upgrade over Will Levis. Just getting a solid, good quarterback in is an upgrade. They bring back all their receivers. They bring in one of the very few 1,000-yard rushers in the SEC last year, kid from Vanderbilt. I wrote his name down on the Vanderbilt preview. Sorry. Ray Davis, that's his name. So the offense, the pieces should be there for them to be solid. The biggest thing, the offensive coordinator from last year, an NFL guy that come in, he's already gone back to the NFL, and Liam Cohen, who was the good offensive coordinator for them 2 years ago, he's back. So I think the offense will certainly take a step forward because it was just terrible last year.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest change for me because he made old banana peel eater look good. So yeah. Bringing him back is going to be huge. I don't know. I do think they've got an upgrade at running back too. Rodriguez was good, but man, I feel like he fumbled the ball 8 times a game.
Yeah. And he was kind of a speedy, quick kind of dude, I feel like. And Ray Davis, I think, is more of a bell cow. So, yeah, I think they're going to be better on offense. Defense, they lose a lot from last year. Their defense was good last year. It's always good. It's always going to be good under Mark Stoops. But they do lose a lot. Interestingly, despite Auburn, everything going on at Auburn, they lost one of their best players to Auburn in the transfer portal. That's got to be just the NIL money type thing. But, not a lot to say. Stoops is just a great defensive coach. They don't do anything special. They're not aggressive. They're pretty passive, play a lot of zone. They just tackle very well, very fundamentally sound. So they're going to be good. They're going to be good on defense.
Yeah, they feel like a 7 or 8 win team, honestly. Yep. And I think that is great for Kentucky football.
Absolutely.
And so great, in fact, that former Kentucky coach Rich Brooks said that the school needs to build a statue of Stoops. He's the all-time winningest coach in school history now. Is that the lowest bar ever for a statue, non-Confederate edition?
It's like he deserves it, but do we want to do that as a school?
Yeah,
that's a little embarrassing, but he deserves it. He absolutely deserves it.
Yeah, but it's like he's not even the most accomplished Stoops. So how do you justify paying for a statue to be commissioned of his likeness? That would be great, though.
What if they tore down a Confederate statue and replaced it with that?
That would be that's a great financially that's a very good cost-effective alternative where I think everyone's happy. You get rid of a Confederate statue, you get Mark Stoops, but you don't pay full Mark Stoops statue price.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just keep the dude on a horse with a uniform and just change the face.
Change the face. Yes, there he is. He used to storm the field against South Carolina on a horse and lose in the Music City Bowl to Iowa. There he is, our fearless leader. Well, shit, I mean, we solved the statue thing too. I think that's all we have to say about Kentucky.